All right, the Runner Rebels are playing their biggest regular season game of the season tonight against 7th-ranked UNR. The Wolfpack more talented and favored by 10. But if UNLV can get hot from the outside, who knows? Maybe they can just pull off an upset here. Tip-off 8 o'clock tonight over at the Thomas & Mack. UNLV is asking everybody to wear red. The Nevada State Athletic Commission worked long and hard to come up with a penalty and fine for that melee following UFC 229 last fall. The commission fined Khabib Nurmagomedov $500,000 and suspended him for 9 months, which can be reduced down to 6 if he creates an anti-bullying PSA. Conor McGregor fined $50,000, suspended for 6 months.
I think you could argue that maybe Khabib should have got a longer sentence, but he also received the largest fine that I'm aware of for misconduct outside of Mike Tyson. So that's a massive number. $500,000 is a massive number for misconduct. I think he understands. Conor's a whole nother issue, but you know, Conor's, and I don't mean another issue in a bad way. I mean, it's a different issue or a different set of circumstances. The man was on the ground, tapped out and done, and he responded. And all I can go off is that he tried to get out of the cage, but he didn't make it. And then after he got brought back into the cage, he got hit 4 to 6 times trying to defend himself from behind.
And a third decision today, this one involving John Jones. After a long hearing on performance-enhancing drug testing, the commission cleared Jones to fight. He received a 1-fight license and will be drug tested twice a month all year. Good news for fight fans. He will be on that March 2nd card in Las Vegas. Jones is scheduled to fight Anthony Smith in the main event of UFC 235 over at T-Mobile Arena. Jones will be at a press conference here in Las Vegas on Thursday. A lot of great stories coming out of Atlanta this week surrounding the Super Bowl, and there's one that has everybody talking. Andrew Martin is now live outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium there in Atlanta. Andrew, I like this matchup. Now, looking at the ages of the quarterbacks, there are 17 years and 72 days separating the two, and 33 years and 282 days separating the ages of the coaches. So, Andrew, I'm going to go with you. How about you?
Yeah, I like that a lot, Chris. And you and I discussed the numbers on Inside the Herd last week. Got a great Inside the Herd for you coming up whenever you guys decide that you want to run it this weekend. I unfortunately don't have access to your programming guide right in front of me, but a lot of really good content. And this is one of the topics right here. You've got the young guns, Jared Goff and Sean McVay, against the old guard, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. So I kind of like the young guns in this one as well, but you can't count out the guys who have done it for so long.
Let's start with the coaches. The Patriots' Bill Belichick, 66 years old. The Rams' Sean McVay, just 33. Belichick going for his 6th Super Bowl title. McVay, the youngest ever to coach in the Super Bowl. Both are great minds of the game and both ready to take home the Vince Lombardi trophy.
Obviously, a lot of attention has been paid on your age, 33, getting to this big stage.
Is that right? I didn't hear that. We're solely focused on trying to win the game against an excellent football team that's been doing it as well as anybody over the last handful of years.
Sean, as head coach, obviously is responsible for the overall team. He's done a great job, and they're a very good football team in all 3 phases of the game.
And then there are the quarterbacks. The Patriots' Tom Brady, 41 years of age, and maybe the greatest of all time. And for the Rams, Jared Goff, at 24 years old, was just 7 when Brady won his first Super Bowl.
My role is to play quarterback, and that's where my energy is focused. So that's probably the only thing I could do well for this team is play quarterback.
He's a tremendous player and a guy that I've got so much respect for, being able to do it for so long. But I'll be looking forward to playing their defense, and I'm sure he will be looking forward to playing ours.
Here's something interesting for you, Chris. Sean McVay went to high school here in Atlanta. He was a sophomore in high school when Brady and Belichick won their first Super Bowl in 2002, and the opponent was the Rams. By the way, Kevany doing a fantastic job out here, so I want to give a shout out to her, and just to complete the circle in your sports department, say hi to John and Ron for me as well. Chris, back to you.
All right, Andrew, hey, let me ask you a quick question. That weather that's kind of cold there for the Atlanta area, is it bothering any of the fans? You get any sense it's bothering those fans who are arriving a little bit early?
It did today. Super Bowl Live was closed. There were not many fans on the streets. They were actually expecting about an inch of snow today. Thankfully, that didn't happen, but the city is prepared. This storm is moving past, the cold front moving past. So tomorrow, it'll be in the 30s, the high 30s, which is still cold, but not as bad as the 27-degree temperatures that we're currently experiencing. You can probably see how red my ears and nose are and the breath that's coming out of my mouth. So it's pretty cold out here. I'm looking forward to being inside the stadium on game day. Back to you.
All right, Andrew, thank you very much, and we will talk to you again tomorrow. Hey, how about this? Some golf today. Golfing in the Midwest right now, it's cold. In Las Vegas, boy, they rolled out the green carpets. Beautiful day at Lake Las Vegas Reflection Bay, hosting this year's Southern Nevada Golf Association's Champions Day. All the best amateur golfers in Southern Nevada playing on a gorgeous day. Conditions were perfect as the sport sees a bloom once again.
I'm proud to say the Southern Nevada Golf Association has put out a lot of good players. You have the Ed Fryetts, the Robert Gomez's, the Brady Expers, the Scott Piercy's, Billy Harvey, a lot of players that have played for a living. You know, so obviously we're doing something right.
People are afraid to play in tournaments sometimes, so we have a lot of one-day tournaments where you can come out and try it, and there's a lot of tournaments and a lot of different golf courses.
All right. Boy, did you see the golf course out there? No one has jackets on. It's beautiful green. They're complaining in the Midwest.
Don't rub it in, Chris.
I know. I
We're
shouldn't.
so lucky. Thank you, Chris.